In this video, I will discussing about the partial fraction expansion, or sometimes it is called partial fraction decomposition. Partial fraction expansion performed whenever we want to represent a complicated fraction as a sum of simpler fractions. So here's the first example of partial fraction expansion. So first, to take rational function or expression word, we need to compose this into a simpler parts. But before we solve this partial fraction expansion process, make sure that the numerator is lower degree than the denominator. So but in the case of this situation is improper because the degree of our numerator and denominator has the same. So the first thing we're gonna do here is to simplify to get the point that the numerator is less than the denominator. So first, we're gonna do a long division. Okay, so first divide the denominator into numerator. So x squared minus 3x minus 40 divide x squared minus 2x minus 37, and then divide the highest degree. So x squared divided by x squared is 1. 1 times x squared is x squared. And then copy the whole thing of the denominator. So 3x minus 3x minus 40. And then subtract this to get remainder. So x squared minus x squared is 0, so cancel out. Okay, cancel out. So this will be plus. So 2x minus 3x is x plus 37 minus 40, and that is 3. So expression can be written as 1 plus the remainder x plus 3 over the denominator x squared minus 3x minus 40. We see that the numerator of this rational expansion does lower degree than the denominator. So the highest degree here is 1 and the highest degree of our denominator is 2. So now we are ready to solve the partial fraction decomposition. Factor the denominator. So let's factor the denominator. Okay, so copy the 1 and then plus x plus 3, the factor of our denominator. So x plus 5 and x minus 8. X times x is x squared. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 minus 8 is 3x. So factor this into two things. So a over x plus 5 plus b over x minus 8. And then copy a x plus 5 plus b x minus 8, and then cross multiply. So a times x minus 8 over x plus 5 times x minus 8 plus b over times x plus 5, a x minus 8 and b times x plus 5 over x plus 5 times x minus 8. So we can cancel this. So next is x plus 3 over x plus 5 times x minus 8 equal this a times x minus 8 plus b times x plus 5, and all of that over x plus 5 times x minus 8. So because we have the same denominator here, so copy the x plus 3 equal to a times x minus 8 plus b times x plus 5. We don't need to copy the denominator. So before we solve the a, we need to find the number or the value of x to make b 0 and to make b disappear. Okay, so x is equal to -5, and then substitute this to the x. Okay, so -5 plus 3 equal a -5 minus 8 plus b -5 plus 5. Okay, so this, so -5 plus 3, -2. So 13a, and this will be 0, so cancel out. So our a is 2 over 13. A. So again, we will find a number, value of x to make this a disappear. So x is equal to 8. Then substitute. So 8 plus 3 equal a times 8 minus 8 plus b 8 plus 5. So 8 plus 3 is 11. This will be disappear. So this is 0. And b is 13. So our B is 11 over 13. Okay, this A has just to be 2 over 13. And this B is equal to 11 over 13. So this expression decompose as 1 plus 2 over 13 over x plus 5 plus 11 over 13 over x minus 8. So in this example number 2, so we have complicated case here. So but before we solve this expression or decompose this, so let us make sure that the numerator is lower degree than the denominator. If is not, we do a long division. But so the higher degree here is 2 and the highest degree of our denominator is 3. So in this case, we will figure out the factor of the denominator. Okay, so let's try 2. Okay, so 2 is a 0. To make this expression is 0, x minus 2 is a factor of this. Okay, so we can rewrite this as 10 squared plus 12 x plus 20 over x minus 2, and then the other factor, but we will find this thing. So and then we gonna do a long division to find this factor. So x minus 2 divide x to the third. Okay, so we'll leave space for the second and the third degree. Minus 8 divide x divided by x to the third. So x squared times x to the third, x squared times 2 is 2 x squared, and then so x to the third minus x to the third is 0, so this cancel out. Bring down 2 x squared and negative 8. So 2x divided by x is 2x. So 2x times x is 2x squared, and 2x times 2 is 4x. Minus, cancel out, bring down 4x, and minus 8. 4x times x, divide x, is 4. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 2 is negative 8. So subtract. So this is 0, so we have no remainder. And this is the factor of our denominator. So this is the factor of x to the third minus 8. Copy 10x squared plus 12x plus 20 over x minus 2 and x squared plus 2x plus 4. And then fraction this into a over x minus 2 plus b x plus c over x squared plus 2x plus 4. Okay, so this is different to the first example because we have x term here. So the degree of here is 0 and the degree of this is 2 and the degree of our numerator is 1. Cosine here, so bx plus c. Complete the partial fraction expansion. We're gonna solve for a, b, and c. Copy 10x squared plus 12x plus 20 over x minus 2 times x squared plus 2x plus 4, and then add these two things. So a times x squared plus 2x plus 4. So if we gonna add this, we have the same the common denominator. So x minus 2 times x squared plus 2x plus 4, and then times cross multiply. So a times x squared plus 2x plus 4 and b plus bx plus c times x minus 2. So our denominator now is the same. So copy 10x squared plus 12x plus 20 equal a times x squared plus 2x plus 4 plus b x plus c times x minus 2. So let's pick the value of x to solve for a, b, and c. Okay, so x is equal to 2. So substitute to the x. Then is 4 because 2 squared, 2 times squared plus 24, 12 times 2 is 24 plus 20 minus equal a 4, 2 times x squared plus 2 times 2 is 4 plus 4. So this will be 0 because our value of x is 2. This will be 0. So 10 times 4 is 40 plus 24 plus 20 is 84 equal 12. So 84 divide 12. So our a is 7. We pick another value of x again for b to make b disappear. So x is equal to 0. So 10 times 0 is 0. Okay, I will copy 10 times 0 squared plus 12 0 plus 20 equal to 7. Okay, a is 7 times 4 plus c times negative 2. And then so 20 so 7 times 4 is 28 minus 2c. So 28 minus 20 is negative 8. And then negative 2c. So 8 divided by 2, so 4. So our c is equal to 4. Okay, so 10x squared plus 12x plus 2 plus 20 equal to 7. So our a is 7 times x squared plus 2x plus 4 and plus b x plus 4. So the 4 here is our constant. 4 times x minus 2. So we pick again the value of x is equal to 1. So 10x squared times 1 is 10, plus 12 times 1 is 12, plus 20 equal 7 times 7. So 1 plus 2 plus 4 is 7, minus b, okay, plus b plus 4 times x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 2, and this is 1. So 10 plus 12 plus 20 is 42, equals to 7 times 7 is 49, plus negative minus b negative 4. So 42 49 minus 4 is 45, minus b. So 42 minus 45 is negative 3, equal to negative b. And our b is 3. Okay, so a is 7, b is 3, and c is 4. So this decompose as 7 over x minus 2 plus 3 over 3 plus 4 over x squared plus 2x plus 4. Example number 3, so we have repeated factor. So I write a over x minus 1 plus b over x minus 2 plus c over x minus 2 squared. So this is the factor of our denominator. So this is the repeated factor. So let's start to solve for a and b and c. So a times x minus 2 squared plus b times x minus 1 times x minus 2 over x minus 1 times x minus 2 squared equals x times 2 times squared minus 19x plus 15 over squared. So now, and then a times x minus 2 squared b times x minus 1 times x minus 2 equals 6 times 6x squared minus 19x plus 15. So because we have the same denominator here, we don't need to copy this. So start to solve for the a and b. To solve for the a, b, and c. So we pick a number or value of x to make this b disappear and also c disappear. So the value of x is 1. So I will substitute this to the x. So 1 minus 2 is 1 times squared is 1. So I write a. And then this disappear. 6 times 1 is 6. Oh, this is negative. Oh, I made mistake. This is not plus. This is negative. And also so 19 times 1 is negative 19 minus 19 plus 15. So 6 minus 19 plus 5 is equal to 2. And then we pick another x value to make b disappear I mean A, and also this B will disappear. So the value of x is equal to 2. So 0, 0. So C, 2 minus 1 is 1. So I write C. Then 6 times 2 is 18, plus squared 24, minus 19 times 2 is 38, plus 15. So 24 minus 38 plus 15 is 1. Pick value of x that we cannot cancel out the A, B, and C. So x is equal to 0. So our A is 2. So I write 2 here. And then 2 squared is 4. 2 times squared is 4.4. And B, 0 minus 1 is 1. So B, negative 1. And 0 minus 2 is 2. Negative 2. Plus C times 1 is 1. Times negative 1. Equal to 15. This is 0, 0. So 2 times 4 is 8. 1 plus 2b. So minus 1 times minus 2 is 2. And then 1 times negative 1 is 1. Equal to 15. And then 2b so 8 over 2. So our B is 4. We're done. So this A is 2, B is 4, and C is 1. This is equal to 2 over x minus 1 plus 4 over x minus 2 plus 1 over x minus 2 squared.